update video for the toy room. It's February 2023. Just had the ankle surgery, so my days are a little bit off. But I'm up and moving around again, so I just did a revamp, and the room's changing a lot, so people have asked to see a new video, so here we go. Yeah, like I said, the last couple days I did a lot of changing in here. Guess we'll go around in a circle. So here I call this my Daytona door. It's got my favorite Daytonas on it. It's got this Duke set too of the mini Duke cars I'm trying to complete. That's why if you see open spaces like this, I'm leaving room for when I complete the set. Around the top of the room I got a border of mainline movie cars. I've got a couple Ecto, like the Kroger exclusive, I guess, from the States, those Halloween ones. Got a Super Treasure Hunt Dalmatian car there. I've got a first release Ecto. Got some cool stuff. That little Batmobile signed by George Barris himself. Got a collection of both normal and Back to the Future DeLoreans. Mr. Bean cars. This is one of my favorite sections here. It's my green light wall. It's got my favorite green light movie cars, and if you see, you'll notice some of them are green or have green rims. Those are the chases. I collect chases. Chases make up 2% of the total production. So they're a lot rare. That's why I collect them. Got the Breaking Bad car. That was hard to get. These are raw chases. They're unfinished. They don't have the paint on them. They're beautiful. Yeah, anything with green rims. I got quite a few A-Team greenies. I got two different, the dirty and the undirty A-Team van chases. But yeah, anything with green or different rims. I got the stunt double Fall Guy Stacy David truck. I got the chase and regular Fall Guy truck. Got the Joe Dirt car. That is hard as hell to get. Starsky and Hutch greenie, Bullet greenie. The unrestored Bullet as it's sold at the auction. Got the Godfather greenie, the Green Machine, that's why it's green. Green Hornet. Friday the 13th was a hard one to get. See, comes with Mrs. Voorhees. Got the Smokey and the Bandits and the greenie, of course. Got the Bigfoots. Bigfoot before he was quite Bigfoot. Black Bandit Chase. Rocky, the Mafia guy's car chase. There's the Crazy Uncle's shitters full. I got this car is a cool variant because not only did it come with Aunt Edna right there, but it's the Honky Lips variant. It says Honky Lips in graffiti on the back of the car. They had to stop doing that because people got upset. So those are pretty tough to get, actually. Of course, over here is my Kenner Knight Rider car. Got it for 20 bucks, paid 10 for the action figure. It didn't work. I got it home, watched a YouTube video, and it turned out that it was like a record player. It's a mini record player in the back of it, driven by a rubber band, and the rubber band came off the track. So I got it working. Somebody paid 400 bucks for the same condition, same everything on eBay. I was shocked. This I got with the help of my good buddy Justin. It's the San Diego Comic Con 2022 40th anniversary Knight Rider. The little light on the front works. I tried to get one, I couldn't. It was like a lottery. Got a good buddy that got two. My buddy Justin helped me. That's my little Knight Rider homage. I got my ID car. I got the Hot Wheels first release. That is the original 1983, I believe, Ertl release. And then I got the Knight Rider car signed by William Daniels. That's the voice of Knight Rider. I've still got to get David Hasselhoff. He's got to do a convention. Japanese Knight Rider from Japan. Had to have that. This is one of my favorite versions of the Vanishing Point car. It's just so detailed. It looks like a real car. It's one of my favorites. That's the Black Ghost Challenger. It's based on a real Detroit street racer from the 70s. That was actually a police officer. Got the 2-packs over here. I got a bunch of them, but I just hung up my favorites. Those are my favorite ones, of course, the Knight Rider. Got my little Dukes of Hazzard section here. Daisy, I missed her the year she went to Hamilton Comic Con. Damn it. I was sick. Got Bo and Luke, different separate years. Daisy went one year. I was sick. I said, oh, she'll go another year. Hasn't come again. Need Catherine Bach. I got the original 1980s releases of the Ertl General Lee, the same one I had as a boy in the Boss Hog car. These are the same castings, but they're later on, like early 2000s, whatever. That's a new release. They stopped making the General Lee because the flag was getting people upset, I guess. 2007 was when they stopped making it, so they make them that look like them now, so you could put decals and make a General. That's a cereal premium from the early 80s. I remember having that as a kid. My friend Bill gave me that. Just random stuff. My awesome Snake and Mongoose slot cars. Starsky and Hutch Chase from my buddy Dave in BC. Old school Monte Carlo. 84 Hogan. When I was a kid, that was the first LJN that I got. And that's one that I bought as an adult right here, but when I was a kid, that's the first one. I got the display of all my favorite. It's full to capacity now, but it is all my favorite figures. I didn't buy every one of this line. I just bought the old school favorites. There's my pot machine. Coin mechanism works. Everything works. Coinco CT48. I got a bracket to hang it on the wall, but I just put it on a stand. Best 75 bucks I ever spent. Over here, sorry about the shaky camera, I'm not a pro, guys, but over here I got my store display of my Gray Skull. That came out of a Walmart store. I got my whole Masters of the Universe too, same thing. I didn't buy every vehicle or figure, I just bought the ones that meant something to me from childhood. There's my Brett figure. It's funny, he came from my two favorite collector buddies, wrestling stuff. My buddy Brady gave me the figure as a gift, impossible to get in Canada. Then my buddy Justin took it, had it signed, which was awesome. That Terror Claws Skeletor, my buddy Marlon got me that in a discount store. A lot of the stuff I wait a while because it hits discount stores instead of paying a crazy price. Demolition Man cars, vintage. I think they're early to mid 90s. I need 3 more for the set, so that's why I left a little strip. Mike Tyson statue that was owned by my late best friend Chris Addison. I'm taking good care of it for you, buddy. I love it. Hulk Hogan bubble bath bottle. I had the same one when I was a kid. Max Headroom cup. In my Detolf, I have tons of boxing memorabilia. George Chuvalo signed glove, card. I was very lucky to meet Mr. Chuvalo actually when I seen Mike Tyson on stage a couple years ago. Roy Jones Jr. autograph glove. I got Larry Holmes personal business card type thing when I met him in person. PSA DNA registered ticket from the Roy Jones Jr. versus Shane Mosley fight signed by Shane Mosley. Cufflink owned by the wrestler The Missing Link. I got a friend in Hamilton, a longtime friend. His sister was married to Link. Glove signed by Butterbean, and behind him I got Conor McGregor poking out behind it. Vintage Dukes of Hazzard watch. I got a 118 scale 69 Charger. Those are the only 118 I have. They're too big. I collect 124 scale, but $20 at Costco, can't go wrong. That's Cutie's Mankind signed figure. In the bottom, that bottle of booze, it's actually the Trailer Park Boys Dirty Liquor. And it's signed by Ricky, Julian, Bubbles, and Randy. I think that's all who signed it. Yeah, that's who signed it. Over here, I got the Migos. I don't have any vintage ones, but these are... Again, when I collect lines, I collect my favorite ones. I don't try to collect every figure. So these are my favorites, like obviously Rocky and Apollo Creed and Muhammad Ali and Bruce Lee. Teen Wolf I had to have. I don't know why, I just got super excited about Teen Wolf. These Frightening Lightning cars, they're older. I wanted them bad. They're older. It's like one of the best versions of the Ecto I've ever seen. But I wanted them bad, and my buddy Dave got a mint set because he buys collections and sells. He had a mint set of them come in, and he sold them to me for a really good deal. Got the early Greenlight Fast and Furious cars. Some of those are not cheap, but thankfully I got a good deal from people. Got some vintage ad cards, just random space fillers. This is my 124 scale chase table, and I got the little hitch and tow, trying to watch the shadow, Christine hitch and tow greenie. Christine looks like it's all burnt. But if you notice, they all got the green rims. Those are limited production. 2% of final production run, all these guys. I got Smokey and the Bandit 1 and 2. Mr. T taking a trip on the hoverboard. Now this here is made by Jada, this cool thing here. It comes with the little DeLorean in the back. I've never seen it before. I bought it from a friend. It turned out it's a limited number, like that's number 721 out of 1985. I love the number that they picked, actually. And down here is just some of my Jada collection. And more green light, got the two Rockies. The Big Optimus had to come in from the States. This is my... People are messaging me off the hook when I'm trying to shoot this. Wow. This is my rack for just random super treasure hunts, RLC cars. That's the first RLC car I bought, actually. I remember seeing people posting it, and I fell in love because I love that car, right? It's my first Supra I ever found. I'll never sell that because if I do, then my luck will be just damned. Just some random stuff. Got all three Super Chases. I need the fourth, but I'm off work. With my broken foot, I can't drive, so hopefully I can hunt one down. Got the movie figures. I got Roddy Piper from They Live, and I got Andre from $6 Million Man, and then I got the Ultimate Warrior, his last speech. I don't buy too many modern wrestling figures, but sometimes if they're awesome, you gotta have them. Also said I would never collect Funko Pops, but when you're seeing stuff like Mike Tyson and, you know, all the boxing ones and Axl Rose and Rocky, how do I say no to that? And here's some more Jadas here. Sorry about the shaky camera work. These are the ones that have the working scanners and stuff like that. There's Kit and Car, and there is the Time Machine. The Freddy Krueger one doesn't have a light up, but... And up here is my chase collection. Actually, I'll show you the chases in a minute. Here's more vintage stuff, older stuff. I collect vintage Ertl, like the Ertl brand. I collected them when I was a kid. That's a 1980 Smokey and the Bandit in the package. These are all early 80s in the package. There's some modern stuff. Auto World makes some of the most detailed stuff going. If you're a new collector, I highly suggest Auto World. Up there is some just older Johnny Lightning. I got a white Lightning, that Dodge Ram there. Along the ceiling, there's more movie cars, the main lines. So over here is my chase collection. I got 50 chases now. Some of them are pretty rare. 50 ranging from the small boxed ones to these 6 big ones I got. This is my favorite big one. It's a 1 of 250. There's not too many this size in that low production number. Looks like the Black Ghost Challenger too. It doesn't have a bunch of gold and everything on it. That's my favorite one. But as you can see, I favor Mopars, obviously. Got a lot of convention pieces. Got a lot of Walmart chases. That's a 1 of 168 Roadrunner right there. This I found at Walmart. I was thrilled that day. But a lot of them you can't find at Walmart. The ones I have, they're the convention ones. One of my favorites, my Daytona. That's cool. It's plain, but it's cool. It's a CUDA. These are all 1 of 750s, but this one's a 1 of 750, and it's got the 1 of 250 Super Chase, they call it. So there's only 250 of those in the world. There's 750 of these. So all these chases have numbers like that. This one here, this is one of my favorites of them all. 250 piece. My favorite car, it's a raw chase Roadrunner. That is beautiful. But yeah, a lot of them I found in the stores. A lot of them I traded, bartered for, whatever. I also collect autographs. I've got Muhammad Ali, and all my stuff's all certified and authenticated, all that. One of my favorite figures, Thunderlips. That's an early gas station promo for Back to the Future. These are 90s movie cars. I'm going to be collecting the line of them, so that's why there's more room. Just random favorite stuff. Diane did that custom Brutus beefcake. She was good at the customs. She could have had a career, actually. There was people interested to buy her stuff. Manny Pacquiao signed boxing trunks. More of my pride and joy. When I wanted a Tyson autograph, I seen these were out, the Mike Tyson's Punch Out. I said, I'm going to wait until I can get one of those. And I'm so glad I did. Now I just want to get a nice fancy frame for it. Like you can get frames with like the Nintendo controller, all that. Wayne Gretzky auto, Chuck Liddell. An original Whitney edition Superman versus Muhammad Ali, and it's the rare Whitney edition. Lennox Lewis autograph from when I met him. Just random stuff. Bloody Abdullah the Butcher's An Old Time Life with Muhammad Ali. That's an original 1969 Time Life magazine. Just an iconic pose. I like pop culture stuff. I'm not a Charles Manson follower or fan. It's just I like pop culture. It was $5. It was mint condition. And here, speaking of pop culture, is my pop culture wall. Oh, that one's crooked. I'll have to fix that. But just a mix of pop culture stuff. These are the new ones. I've got the old pop cultures. I'll show you in a minute. I collect the old pop cultures too. I like the old ones better, actually, the cards. Here is my Shrine to Mr. T, my signed Mr. T in the T-Force Gold Advance Edition comic. Those went out to store owners that agreed to sell the Mr. T comic book. You got that as a gift, and it came in a nice gold embossed folder with the COA and all that. Old Ertl A-Team vans from the 80s. That's a green light one in a reproduction box to make it look like Kenner, I believe it is. Mr. T Ultimate Edition. Mr. T Roddy Piper boxing gloves. Had to get the Mr. T Roddy Piper. That's what started with the modern action figures. When I seen that, how do I not get it? These are some of my favorites. These are the retro entertainments, but these are the older ones. They stopped making these cards. I believe it's because of the amount of plastic they used. These are in protectors, plastic protectors, but out of the protectors you could see the amount of plastic used. They look so much better though. There's the hovering time machine. Biff's car, the manure car. That manure is removable actually, but that's a cool car. You don't even want to know what that guy's worth now. The Marty's Toyota. They just reissued it too, but the original one right here, oof. Both grease cars. Still need about 4 or 5. I don't want the whole line, but I definitely want the red Ferrari from Ferris Bueller. And I'm gonna want the white Miami Vice car. Simon and Simon. I love the Power Wagon and the Camaro. There was a Camaro looked just like that running around when I was a kid in Sault Ste. Marie. Herbie Love Bug, that was a must-have, of course. The A-Team's a no-brainer, had to have that. This little pink car here, I couldn't believe it. I got it for 20 bucks, picked it up from a guy in Oakville, and I figured out afterwards it's actually rare and worth about 60 or 80 bucks something. But then again, that's why I went and bought it, not because of the value, because I thought, I've never seen that before. Just trying to show you guys everything. I got, of course, no toy room would be complete without Hulk Hogan autograph. I got Jake the Snake. Different Mad comics. I got first edition A-Team comic from when I was a kid. That is the one I owned as a kid. Judge Judy autograph I got for me and Diane. That Dennis the Menace, the guy that drew me one personally. Hardest puncher on the planet, Ernie Shavers. A lot of people say Mike Tyson, George Foreman. No, it was Shavers. Look it up. Got Evander Holyfield's autograph there. Big Papa Pump. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to show my rotating rack. So my rotating rack usually has odds and ends on it, but this is... I had these as a kid. These are from 1990, this set of Dick Tracy cars. Believe it or not, they must have made millions of these because there's lots of them around. You can get a set of the 4 for 20 bucks. What's not common is these. I've got, for each of the 4 cars, I've got the plastic hand-painted prototypes. And you could see the little differences, like some of them will have a different headlight or whatever, but yeah, I've got all 4 of the plastic hand-painted prototypes. I was gonna buy one of them. It was from a seller in Toronto, actually, that used to work at the Ertl office in Toronto way back. He had other prototypes too. But I was going to buy one because that's about all I could afford at the time. But the guy actually made me a deal. He said, well, I'd rather get rid of all 4 of them. So, made him a deal. Boom. These would have been used at toy shows to show what's coming down the pipe the following toy season. So yeah, people would have been looking at those saying, oh, Dick Tracy car is coming out. And those are the 4 cars that I have. They would have been at a toy show. Just some of my favorites up here. M2s, I don't collect them unless they're chases, unless they're awesome like this. Like I have to really like them in order to collect them. That's a green light, like off the Mac Tools truck. But stuff like this, even though they're not chases, it's a no-brainer, right? The other side of the rack is just, cool stuff. I got this is from House of Cars. It's like got adjustable suspension, all that. They all do. That's Buick Regal, one of my favorites. They all got adjustable suspension apparently. These 2 are my favorites though. Got that one there. Had this in the 80s, so I had to have it again. Seeing it on card, the Speed Seeker there. Oh, the ZZ Top car, another one I had to have. Had it as a kid. So that's an early 80s one in the package. Just some random green lights here. This is one of the most detailed green light square bodies I've ever seen. Like, look at those hubcaps. Brings me back. And down here is just, yeah, other people's stuff being stored and stuff like that. So, anyhow, hope you enjoyed the toy room. And it's always changing, so I'll do another video again in, I don't know, another couple months, 6 months, something like that. Oh, I didn't show the table. There's my 84 Stay Puft. Diane owns that store thing. It looks like a hurricane went through it. That is Diane's toy. But just random stuff. I got a little leg lamp and stuff. Those are Dave Harrod's cars. Dave, if you're listening, your cars are here. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the toy room. And have a good day. Be safe.